Good evening, my friends. Welcome back to Graveyard Keeper. I'm Nero, and yes, I'm still recording. I'm very excited about it. Did figure out where we get grape seeds. It's what I thought. We have to go talk to the merchant because of course we do. But that's okay. It's okay. We're still doing fine. Main thing we need to start getting is more hemp seeds. It's a whole thing. It's fine. How do we make that stuff we want? Oh, that's right. It's the carpenter's workbench for reasons. We need river sand. Oh, goodness. Well, that's okay, because we need green, too. Our zombie may not be fast, but by gosh, he's a zombie. Last week we were talking about how important it is to have a basic understanding of things, and I will probably allude to that a few times here too. I want people to know things. I want people to be able to look at their lives and think, I can just do a thing. Why can't I just cook a meal? Because there are people who will say, oh, I can't cook. No, there's no point. You don't want me to try cooking. You don't want me to cook. And they kind of give up before they even try. It's kind of a problem when people force themselves to be incapable and incompetent. There are pages and pages of stories of people who have suffered dealing with weaponized incompetence. It's a legitimate problem. People being like, oh, I don't know how, I don't need to know how, I don't want to know how. Why don't you want to know how? Why don't you want to know how to turn things into other things? Why don't you want to know how to fix things on your own without having to call a service for it? Why don't you want to know that, oh, you can just, that clogged drain you have, first of all, don't use Drano, because all Drano is thick, heavy water. No, you can just get the tools for it. You can get tools that will work for it. And you can take care of it yourself. You realize how hard it is to take off a P-trap? Not even remotely. Especially the modern ones. Yeah, you can do that by hand. All you need is a bucket to drain the water into. And then you can take that little curved piece of pipe, you can take it out, you can either use a brush or a rag or your fingers, as long as you're wearing gloves, because that stuff's gross. And you can just fix it and put it back together and it'll work fine. And then you cannot put stuff down your drain that you shouldn't be putting it down your drain, but you'll figure that out. That's fine. Okay, so these are all vine trellises. That's nice. And it's late enough now that we can go get what we need from the person we need to get it from. We gotta go buy stuff from the merchant. And a lot of what we are consuming today as a culture, as a society, is because we're bored. I mean, a big part of what helped me motivate me back into doing YouTube again was because I was watching YouTube brain rot. YouTube Shorts is the brain rot. I have one YouTube short video and it wasn't even intentional. YouTube Shorts will rot your brain. Don't watch YouTube Shorts, is what I'm trying to say. It is just brain rot. It doesn't provide anything. At best, it's an advertisement. At best case scenario, it is an advertisement. Good grief, grapes are expensive. Same with Instagram, TikTok, all those things. If that video is shorter than 2 minutes, it is a short-term video. It is brain rot. In general, there are some exceptions. If you only need a quick answer to a question and that answer can be done in 2 minutes, great. That's what those are for. For instance, pronunciation of words. Those videos, they don't have to be that long. They can just be as long as it takes to pronounce the word. Ah, see, I got here and I was worried that I came here for no reason. But I came here for a reason, and the reason is fertilizer. I wonder if I can make a storage chest up there. That would be super handy. Bet you I can. Or even a stairwell. Gosh, a stairwell between here and there would be amazing. A ladder. I don't know. I can make a trunk. I don't have the stuff to make a trunk. I need flitch, nails, simple iron parts. Don't forget that. Flitch, nails, simple iron parts. First things first. Fertilize. And then grapeseed. Now, you might be thinking that we're going to plant all of our grape seeds. No, we're going to plant the bronze and the silver grape seeds. We're going to save the gold until we have better fertilizer. And that's going to be a bit. And I know it's going to be a bit, but that's okay. Can I put more fertilizer in? I can, but it doesn't help. Probably doesn't help. Watch, it'll be amazing. We'll get just 20 seeds out of that thing. That's fine. Flitch, nails, simple iron parts. Brain rot is part of why I have deliberately made my videos longer. And I know that has cost me viewers. I know it has. But I cannot bring myself to contribute to the brain rot. How do I throw things away? I feel like I should be able to throw things away. I need more hemp. I need enough hemp that the zombies can make hemp. I need a zombie hemp farm. I don't really want to get clay. I have green stuff to study, don't I? Surely I have green stuff to study. Have I studied all my crops? Probably not. Ah, see? I can study crops. I can study crops, and that will give me green. Crop waste. Studied hemp. Peat and wheat. Oh, nope, we're out of room. Okay, Flitch can go there. Yeah. Oh, and we can put the sticks away. That's another thing we can do. Do we still have sticks? Oh, we got nails. That's what we can do. We can put nails away. I'm also aware that my content would be more entertaining if I was more entertaining. And I'm working on it. Part of me is just working to where I am chattering more. It takes a lot for me to get out of my own comfort zone and into the zone of, oh, I can just say things. I can ramble. I can yammer. It's okay for me to do that because generally, out in society, it is not okay. In society, people frown on people just chattering, yammering, filling the silence. I tend to monologue, especially when I'm dealing with something that's frustrating me. I'm going to take a drink of water. It's getting really warm down here because I have the air conditioner turned off so you can hear me. And maybe you do this too. Maybe you also monologue. But I have the kind of dialogues that you want to have with people, but you don't because you can't be that eloquent in the moment. I do that a lot, especially at work. The things I want to say to my coworkers, the things I want to say to my clients, the things I want to say to my bosses, the things I want to say to people. Oh man, I should have said this. And I have those fake monologues, those fake conversations, and just say all the things that I want to say. And when it's just me, when there's no audience, when there's no microphone, when there's no distraction, when there's nothing else going on, pretty good at it. I'd say what I'm wanting to say, what I need to say, and it comes out pretty good. I'm pretty happy with it. And I feel brief relief that I have said these things. And then I have the sensation that I'm just an idiot because I said it just to myself. Here's how I reframe that. It's practice. I'm not always going to be that eloquent. I'm not always going to be that loquacious, if you will. I'm not always going to have the exact right words to say. I'm not always going to say them correctly. I'm not always going to say them properly. But I'm more likely to say things in the way that I intend if I practice saying them. If I don't practice saying them, then there's no chance that I'm going to say them day to day. We got a bunch of green fertilizer. Not exactly what we were going for originally, but here we are. What does it take to make quadly fertilizer? Quadly fertilizer. Going 0 to 60 in 98 seconds. It's really slow. We're gonna sleep about it. It is harder for me to monologue the way I do when I'm driving. It's easier when I'm driving than when I am playing a game. Especially when I'm trying to also filter out identifying details, names, places, location descriptions. When I'm trying to filter those things out, it makes it difficult to just say everything that's on my mind. Church workbench, which is over here. Desk. No, this is not a church workbench. This is a church workbench. This is a church workbench. Quality fertilizer 2. Flavor enhancer. Flavor. Zombie alchemy workbench 2. Okay. Alchemy workbench 2. I don't know how to make flavor enhancer yet. Dare I? I dare. What do you care? You can watch me Google stuff. Flavor enhancer, you say? Nope, that's opening up a new tab. That's not what we want. There's the search bar. Flavor enhancer. We're going to put some Mio in this. Some squincher. Ash, toxic solution, and life extract. Well, I know how we get ash. Toxic solution comes from red mushrooms. Must unlock Master Gatherer. Can also use orange jelly, which is dropped by orange slimes, which I don't think we're encountering at this point. Red mushrooms. Master Gatherer. What is Master Gatherer? Master Gatherer. Do I have Master Gatherer? Master Gatherer. Yes. So we can gather mushrooms. Which is north of Sweet Home. Okay, so that's how we get red mushrooms. And that will make us a toxic solution, which is one of the things we need. We also need life extract, which we can make using maggots, which is super handy because we have a ton of those little bastards. And that is made in the distillation cube. Yes, we're just going to chuck some maggots in a cube. Get cubed, maggots. See if we have any mushrooms laying around somewhere. I feel like we should. Graphite powder. It's fine. I don't know what white flour is used for. We need to finish chopping up a body so we can burn it, so we have ash. Right, we were taking the sin out of it. Surgeon's mistake. Multiple, that's fine. Bless me. And now we set it on fire. Perfect. All right, so we're getting that from that. We're getting that from that. Yes, let's go find some mushrooms. Do I have stuff that I can put away? Oh, right, I was going to research all those seeds. And then I didn't. Oh, well. Sometimes it be like that, my friends. Sometimes. Oh, well. And today is one of those days. Today is one of the days it be like that. And oh well. Can I squeeze through here? No. Disappointed! Nice ad-libbing, Kevin Sorbo. Ha! And we got bat wings. Okay, so we got some red mushrooms. We got some more bats. And some more bat wings. More bat wings, more mushrooms, more bat wings. Bat shrooms. More wings. Wings. Don't judge me. Don't judge me. I prefer boneless wings. I understand that basically means they're just chopped up chicken tenders or chicken nuggets. I don't care. I don't like dealing with bones. It just... I don't care for it. It leaves me feeling disappointed that I'm having to waste meat or spend so much time trying to pick the meat out of the bones anyway. Mushrooms. Hand mixer. Ash. Fertilizer. Can you smell? Can you smell what the rock is cooking? Oh, do I have to study it first? I might have to study it first. All right, well, study we shall. Can be decomposed into fluid. Now can I hand mix it? Yes, I did have to study it first. Good to know. Good to know. Do I have more ash? I feel like I should have more ash. Not in here. I wonder where all my ash keeps going. Fertilizer. It's where it usually ends up. But now we know ash and toxic solution and life extract will make flavor enhancer. We forgot all of our peat. We forgot all of our peat. We can study life extract. We can study life extract for blue. Like 5, but still, it's any blue. Do it again. Don't necessarily need to, but I'm gonna. Toxic solution. Nope. Flavor enhancer. Yes. Yes. Glacial blue. Light blue. We've made Bladerade. Oh, we should do stuff with our zombies. We should do stuff with the bodies that will become zombies. For instance, glue. We should glue this body. Oh, good. I can just access to it from there. Cool. Glue. Hey, look, more ash. Salt and ash. I wonder if he'll buy salt. Probably not. I get just tons of stuff that I don't want or need, but nobody buys. It's very, very inconvenient. Peat, that's what I'm here for. Nothing else goes here. Maggots go here, I guess. Maggots go here, I guess. Oh, right, I took damage from bats. Been awake for a while. But we're about to get quality 2 fertilizer, and then we can plant really fancy grapes. Yes. Oh, it takes 2 flavor enhancers per? Oh, good gracious. We're gonna need more toxic solution. I don't think we need more life, but... Yeah. Is there a hand mixer too? No, but there is a Master of Alchemy, which gives us additional reagents, which we can't get because of who we are as people. That's fine. We got plenty of mushrooms. Mushrooms are an infinite resource. And see, like I in my head, I'm having a great monologue, great dialogues. I'm being very entertaining in my head, but you can't hear that, as it turns out. Oh, we can just keep working. Cool. And now we need more life extract, which we're about to get. Some more quality fertilizer. run out of energy, because of course we are. It's fine. It's fine. What day is Mr. What's his name? Is he way up here? Snake. He shows up on Green Day, which we just missed. We missed Green Day live? Damn it! I'm gonna sleep about it. I'm actually gonna take another drink. Convention Swarm. Brain rot's terrible. Being bored is not ideal, but neither is being unwilling to not be entertained. I want you to notice I did phrase that with a distinct difference. I'm not saying it's a problem to ever be bored. It is a problem to require to constantly be entertained. Grape seeds. We have gold star grape seeds somewhere. Did I put them? There they are. Okay. Pete can go in here. Where's my better fertilizer? Take my peat with me. That's right, we were making fertilizer and then we stopped because our energy was out. You don't always have to be entertained. You don't have to be entertained at 24/7. In fact, it's better if you don't. I know, that sounds ridiculous, but I want to be entertained 24/7. What do you know, Nero? I know your brain requires periods of processing. Your brain needs time to evaluate what you are putting into it, whether that's entertainment or information, what have you. It needs time periods to think for itself and not just parrot whatever it's been told or heard. That's why brain rot is a problem. It prevents you from thinking for yourself. And it's part of why I do these games in the way I do and I do my videos in the way I do, is because I want you to see what thinking for yourself looks like, even if it's a matter of watching somebody stumble through their words or reevaluate their own views and beliefs. Or forget things. It's okay to forget things. It's okay to forget things. It's okay to not be perfect at communicating all the time. It's okay to have periods where you are an imperfect person, where you are having to stop, take a step back and look at yourself and think, huh, how did I get here? For instance, with myself, see, that was an example. But as a more exact example with myself, I am fairly good at diagnosing problems, especially mechanical problems. I'm not always the best at fixing them, but I'm very good at diagnosing them. And part of why that is because a video I watched when I was very young. And it wasn't a short form video. We didn't have those back then. They were called commercials and they sucked. We did not pay attention to commercials. Commercials were when you left and you did other things. But there was a video of a researcher who, I believe he was Japanese, I'm not 100% sure, but I know that in that region somewhere, and he had this kind of mantra, this view, if you will, that you can get to the root cause of any problem if you ask why enough. If you ask the question why enough times, you can get to the root cause of just about any problem. And as a kid, of course, the kids are going to hear that and be like, why, huh, why, huh, why? And yeah, it gets kind of annoying and obnoxious, right? But stay with me. If you are trying to figure out the reason something's not working, you can ask why enough times. The drain isn't draining. Why? Why isn't the drain draining? There's something stuck in it. Why is there something stuck in it? Did somebody put something down there, or is there something coming up from in there? And that's an important thing to know. Or is it just over time built up? All of these valid things, all of these valid reasons, you can get to why often. This does this does this. When this has energy, this part moves here to move this thing in this way. Ask yourself why. The reason I'm mentioning that is because that is a very old documentary video from my youth that I remember to this day, because it was a video documentary thing my dad was watching, and not particularly entertaining for 9-year-old me. But I heard that line and I thought about it, and I still think about it. I still think about asking the question of why. Why do we do these things? Why does this have to happen? Why is this the way it is? Why are you the way you are? Short form content that you are just saturating yourself with doesn't allow you the opportunity to process it and evaluate it. By design. Okay, so we do have bloody nails. I wonder if we can give bloody nails to it. Yeah. And it's also why the games today have changed a lot from my childhood, certainly. Probably several of yours as well. I remember, and see, this is another thing. I remember having that time to commit things to memory is important. But I remember reading somewhere that the Goomba, the very first Goomba on World 1-1 of the original Super Mario Brothers. Not the arcade Mario Brothers where you just jumped on turtles. No, the original Nintendo Entertainment System Super Mario Goomba in World 1-1 has the highest number of has the highest body count of any video game character, because video games were fairly new at the time, and so people didn't know how to do things. So you start moving left and this little thing on the screen moved to the right. You start moving right and he moves to the right a little bit, and then what do these do? But then while you're trying to figure out, that little Goomba moves to the left and touches you and you die. And it was something that an entire generation of people was learning together. The kids were learning it with the parents. It was a new form of entertainment. Yes, you had the instruction book, but you had to read the instruction book to get that information. And if you didn't, then it didn't help. But that's why the Goomba had the highest body count, because people had to figure things out for themselves. Now, the games were a lot less complex back then, but you did have to think about them. Now, just about every game has a built-in tutorial. It'll tell you how to play the game. It won't necessarily tell you all the secrets, but it'll tell you how to play the game. It'll tell you the basics of the game. It'll tell you how to get into the game. It'll tell you how to move around in the game. It'll tell you how to open the menus of the game. And that's all good and well. But it means we're not having to figure it out ourselves. And yeah, I Google things a lot because I'm trying to get through this. And this game doesn't necessarily have a, oh, you learned it so you can write it down somewhere feature. Some of these recipes you have to have memorized or have written down. That's why the old game manuals came with pages for notes. How many of those had... this is going to be a good zombie. Does it need a brain? Does it need intestines? There's one more of these I can take out. Intestines, maybe? I know it needs to keep skin, skull, flesh, brain, bone. Does it need blood? See, I don't remember. That's fine. I guess I could always fuss with it later. Yeah, you know what? We'll fuss with it later. A 7 zombie. That's going to be a good start. Oh, you know what? This isn't where we make zombies. This is where we make zombies. Excellent. How are you going to react to me carrying a zombie? Not now. Oh, that's interesting. I was moving to the side since I bumped into him. What was I doing? Mental health is something that I've had to give a great deal of thought to because of the head injuries I have sustained over the period of my life. So these are things that I have looked up. Now, if you really want to be professional, what you do when you find out information like this and you're trying to convince people of things, cite your sources. And it's not going to do to just have any old source. It's not going to do to just say, oh, well, because I said so, it's fine. There's a reason that certain sources are more reliable. Some of you grew up in the same era I did, when they did not allow us to use Wikipedia, and we did not put together at the time that you can't use Wikipedia, but by gosh, you can use these sources cited on Wikipedia, which is an important thing to have. Wikipedia has a lot of great information. Grave, wooden mark, oh dear. I don't think we should play with that one. I think we should turn it into a zombie. Regardless, my friends, I know this has been a little bit off the wall, but clear the path. We can clear the path. Wood wedge, complex iron parts, flitch. Yeah, we're gonna do that, and then we're going to conclude. Because I'm tired of having to walk all the way around like this all the time. It's very frustrating. I do long form videos because I want you to be kind of bored, because I want you to have time to think about anything. Sometimes that's going to happen when I'm silent. Sometimes that's going to happen while I'm talking, and that's okay too. You can interrupt my words with your thoughts. Your thoughts take priority. Wood wedges, flitch, and complex iron parts. I think that's enough. We're going to find out. Now watch, we're going to have not enough energy to do this. That's fine. Bear with me. Bear with me, my friends. Oh, and we have to do our sermon. Okay, 2 more things. Yeah, we're going to do our sermon, which is just going to be me recapping all the things I've already said in this video. I wonder, are there zombie corpse porters? There should be. Friends, I'd like to say a few words. Cut out the brain rot. I know that sounds like a very basic thing. It sounds like a very simple thing. It is becoming an addiction. It's because these shiny screens we have fill us with one of the chemicals we need to feel good. But that's just turning digital devices into a drug. You don't need that. We don't need that. And it prevents you from truly being happy. I enjoy making these videos not necessarily just for the gameplay. I do enjoy the gameplay on a lot of these. I enjoy making these videos because I want to talk to people. I want to talk to people. I want to share my thoughts and interests and views and beliefs and visions with a wide audience. I want to encourage people and lift people up and build people up to be better than they would be without my words. And that does take practice. And sometimes I don't always get it right. But I'm still here and I'm still doing it. I'm not just sitting doom scrolling, reading the latest horrible news statement, reading the latest horrible tragedy, reading about all the ways that we are following people who have no idea what they're doing. And we're doing that because, well, nobody knows better. Yes, there are people who know better. And a lot of how they know better is by not just watching TikTok. So, my challenge for you, I know I haven't done a challenge in a while. My challenge for you, find one short form brain rot and get rid of it. Even just for a week, get rid of it. One short form brain rot. You're just not going to do it. For me, I'm not going to do YouTube Shorts this week at all. I've been slipping back into it, but I'm not going to this week. I'm still going to do Reddit because that's how I connect with a lot of people. I don't do Instagram. I don't do TikTok, but I'm not going to do YouTube Shorts. I'm just going to watch long form videos and I'm going to read books. I'm going to watch long shows, and I'm going to play games with people and have conversations with people. And if I don't know something, damn it, I'm gonna look it up. but that'll be next week. For now, my friends, be good to yourselves. Take care of each other. I'll see you next time, next week. For now, as always, farewell.